to video 1 with Real Life Toolbox in our program Healing from a Breakup Solutions. And so what I want to talk about is why breakups hurt so much. Now what happens is that life is about chapters or seasons, and so what happens in a breakup is that we are at the end of a chapter, and so it ends, and so we are at the ending, which is actually a new beginning, but it's trying to wrap our minds around that. And so relationships that end hurt because we don't have closure and we're not able to close up that chapter. We're left feeling like, oh no, the person we love and care about and so forth is emotionally cut off from us. They are separated from us. So either we are distancing from them because we don't feel the connection, or they've distanced from us. We're confronted with the reality that this is not working. So whether this is a break, taking a break from the relationship, or an actual break up, a breaking up of the relationship, it hurts and it's painful because there is a sense of emotional cutoff. That person that I went to kind of share what was going on with my day, that person I went to for comfort and a source of protection in my life is not my go-to person anymore. Instead, there's a loss, a huge loss in many circumstances. So we're confronted with what that means, and that hurts. And what it is that it's very much about moving into and moving through these feelings of the hurt. I explain that very much as crossing an emotional river of grief. We've got to keep feeling those feelings and moving forward to the other side. If we stop, we shut down and we get stuck. It's like crossing that emotional river, and we end up getting swept up into the current of that. And so that process of grief is really about looking at what was and kind of grieving the loss of that and looking at the future of what could have been. And it's feeling those feelings, feeling the loss of what I had in life, the loss of that companionship, the loss of that connection. And it's grieving that loss, mourning that loss, and mourning the loss of what I thought we had moving forward. Our hopes, our dreams, our goals. And it's about confronting the reality of this and stepping into acceptance. It is unraveling for whatever reason. It is over. And so for so many of us, it's a process. We didn't just wake up one day and realize, okay, it's over, it's done. It was a process of coming to terms with this person that I care about is no longer emotionally connected in my life at that level. I need to move forward, or they have moved forward. It's obvious it's not going to work. Now that is part of a process that takes us a while to get there. And when we get there, our emotional scales have tipped. We realize the stress of staying in this relationship far outweighs the fear of moving on. Now those emotional scales tip and we realize it's time to move on. We're not compatible, we're not going in the same direction, or something has emotionally disconnected us as well, and it is time to part our ways. So whether we're taking a break or whether we're actually in a breakup, that is the pain of it. That is the edge and the source of the pain. The source of the pain also is often under fear, because we fear that there is nothing beyond this. There's nothing beyond this. This is all there is. And we feel stuck. The pain of a breakup is often because we've lost perspective. We forget we had a life before, and we forget we're going to have an amazing life after. All we have to do is move through and cross the emotional river of grief and grieve the loss of this relationship emotionally and physically, what was and what could have been. And so as we continue here, we're going to give you more tools and skills for how to do this emotional journey here with healing from a breakup solutions.